sun shines in through the lobby. It sneaks past the guard at the door. Makes the boss on the other side say, what am I even paying them for? Sneaks right across the desk. Pink slip stacked up on the desk. Leaves him as nothing but a pile of ashes on the floor. But even when the sky gets gray, I still think that the truth can find a way. This wasteland turned into a city, and then it went the other way around. Seemed like nobody noticed till it had already crashed to the ground. Now the only thing that's not black and white are the lines between what's dead and what's alive. If the economy crashes onto no one, does it make a sound? I have decided to stay, 'cause I still think that the truth can find a way. Now there's poison in the water, flows out into the news. Everyone sees red for a moment till they sink back into their own personal blues. But I still think we can get better. I still think that we could be more. The same way that I thought that last year and the year before. Call it the old college try. Call it too stubborn to die. But don't you dare call it while there's still a little time left on the board. 'Cause I don't care what the odds even say, I still think that all that we need is one good play. From Flint, Michigan to Johnstown, PA, I still think that the truth can find a way. I don't even know where I first heard this, but if ever the elevator that you're standing in starts falling, if you time it right and jump at the last second, there's a chance you will survive. Common sense might tell me that's not true, but God forbid I ever find myself inside those fallen shoes, with nothing left and nothing left to lose. I wonder if I'd try it. At least I'd have a good story to tell. You know, believers turn to heaven while the real ones I turn on my TV to see these people storm the Capitol, and I just sat there thinking, bless my soul, I always thought it would be our side, while waiting for the cops to take the call. Oh, in sick anticipation of the cracking of their skulls. Of course that never happened after all. This was a hateful sea of white. I used to think we'd love our way out of this mess. You know, believers turn to anarchy, and then they turn depressed. God forgive us now for following the rules. There are worse things than looking like a fool. Oh, but I can still remember watching Liz that time she tried to save a mouse that drowned inside a coffee cup. Sometimes when I think of that, it makes me give a nervous laugh, and other times it makes me fall in love with the world again. So I will run the risk of tempting fate, and when the elevator's falling, I will take my leap of faith. My name's Mike. I'm in a band called Endless Mike, and the Beagle Club, and these are Endless Mike and the Beagle Clubs. I was happy to get added to this show yesterday. Because, you know, this place is great. I like playing here. I like Ghost Greg and Greg, and this is fun. What else am I going to do? This is called Nostradamus. But we just up on sitting down and shutting up and getting up off their knees. There's no such thing as destiny. I appreciate it. I do. Let's see what we got here. What songs are left in this piano? Baby puts down the bottle, tells his mama what she wants to hear. She knows it's all just babble, still it makes her grin from ear to ear. These kids grow up so quick, she thinks. It feels like it was only just last year. That he dropped out of business school, wrecked his life and had to move back here. There was a time I would have defended them, but I don't argue like I used to do. It's hard to hold convictions when you know not much of anything is true. Listen, I don't mean to brag, but it's been moments since the last fit that I threw. It's easy to be easy when you stand in shit and hold the shovel too. But that's not me for real. That's just the way that I feel. I spend my evenings driving hopelessly and aimlessly around. The price of fuel keeps rising at the same rate that my pay keeps going down. Oh, hear my prayer, oh GPS, help me on this hunt for holy ground. I just can't seem to lose myself. No matter how I try, I still get found. But that's not me for real. It's just the way that I feel. And I can hear it in my footsteps, feel it in my joints, like a floater in the eye that's always right outside the focal point. I put these childish things away into a box where they belong. And it's right around then everything went wrong. But on my best days I still labor to be somewhere between Springsteen and Nick Cave. I grab my pen and paper and I puke out purple prose and gold lament. Is my least Hearts, they got nothing to lose but their change. She said, that's a pretty bourgeoisie. Come on, oh come on, there's no game you could step up to save yourself from the days of the atom bomb. Madam Justice, she's a cruel mistress, and I think she's done with that whole rag thing over the eyes. She deserves her revenge. We deserve whatever she sends down from out of the sky. We pulled our own beds, loaded our own guns. Ready or not, here comes the day of two sons. We're living in the days of the atom bomb. Living in the days of the atom bomb. The days of the atom bomb. We're living in the days of the atom bomb. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. So come on, bring it on, bring it on. Come on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Appreciate it. You are too kind. That's cool. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. Be ashamed to die before you win one victory for all mankind. That's easy for Rod Serling to quote. As for me, don't ask for more than if you let me crash on your floor. In the morning I will leave a thank you note. Everything I own is in a box in this home that someday will be just another place. Grown up sure is strange. It says on every page, I'm sure it's written on every line across my face. Be ashamed to die before you win one victory for all mankind. That's easy for Rod Serling to quote. As for me, don't ask for more than if you let me crash on your floor. In the morning I will leave a thank you note. It'll be another year next May, and I keep thinking any day that I'll grow up and get a handle on myself. But I don't know what to say, 'cause I still don't like the way I sound like everybody else. Mankind was my business, cried the ghost. It feels good to feel that wild life, well, almost. But I guess it's just like any other religion. Some days you live without it, some days you live it. Late at night I listen to my heart pound, and I write a little song to go along with the sound. And I want to move the world like letters from St. Paul. Till then I'm high up on my horse, praying that I'll fall. Be ashamed to die before you win one victory for all mankind. That's easy for Rod Serling to quote. As for me, don't ask for more than if you let me crash on your floor. In the morning I will leave a thank you note. If I don't sleep well, I won't let it show. And I'll take my baggage with me when I go. Cool, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. kids in this by now closed down department store. My thoughts are racing in my mind as I stand in the receiving line, shake hands with He-Man and Skeletor. Good and evil come to me as subtle as an M16, as loud as lines of moonlight streaking all across our bedroom floor, while lead-based clouds blow off of planes with bellies full of acid rain. I'm sheltered by He-Man and Skeletor. Well, it's a love that has no equal. It's a love that has no end. When I stand in final judgment, will I go to Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain? Would you repeat the question, please, while you were teaching Socrates? My mind was listening every single word I know that rhymes with orange. While you were in the cave with Plato, is it just me or did all those shadows kinda look like He-Man and Skeletor? Well, I've been a dead ringer for horseshoes. I've been a hand grenade. When I finally meet the toy maker, I thank the sorceress for all the poor choices that I've made. General George Washington ate caviar while the Minutemen were chewing boiled leather in the darkest nights of Valley Forge. It only cost him one good hit, but Jacob never lost his grip in 10 rounds with He-Man and Skeletor. So what's a couple more? Well, I'm standing in this store, shaking hands with He-Man and Skeletor. Us not into the internet, away from all the ugliness and the bitterness that breeds in it. I'm over it, I'm leaving it, I'm never coming back again. Forever and ever, amen, till I'm back again. My friends, they try to tell me not to let it get to me, that words on a screen are not the same thing as reality. Well, the irony is they only ever say this via text, so I guess that's just as close as we get. So what's next? I'm 35 years old and ready for retirement, but then again I'm finally old enough to run for president. going to play you a song called Jude Francis versus the Moon. And it goes like this. Banana moon, you see me and I see you, but I don't think it's time to say goodnight. See, I've got better things to do, like run around and watch cartoons and sing the world inside my mind to life. Banana moon, do you copy? This is Jude, and I know what it means when you appear. I think I'm gonna go to bed, but I think I'll go inside my head. Banana moon, they'll never find me here. In the bunk above me, brother's watching over me. I know how much he loves me, so I guess I'll let him sleep. But banana moon, hey, meet me there in mama's room. Let's wake dad up and kick him out of bed. This doesn't have to be goodbye, you could come again some other time, like maybe when it's time for school instead. Listen to me as I plan the details of the perfect day, with no occupational therapists, no quiet hands, no TSS, no iPad on the fridge when I'm not nice. Just Peppa Pig and her brother George and Super Mario, of course, and dancing on my trampoline once or twice. Until I don't resist, then you've got no idea about the force that you are up against. Banana moon, do you copy? This is Jude. This is your last chance to part as friends. I know you've got a job to do, I hate to break this news to you. This is not a fight you're gonna win, 'cause I've never known an obstacle that I haven't conquered yet. Standing, leaning up against my car, trying to picture how the world's gonna end. When I thought I had it all figured out, I looked up to see you coming at me again. You had your radio on, playing your music so loud that I could hardly hear the thoughts in my head. When you turned it off, my mind turned back on, and I forgot to say what I thought needed said. Laura Beth, shall I compare thee to an abandoned building? I look at you, I wanna know what's inside. Shall I compare thee to a peaceful protest? Even when it's pointless, it's a hell of a time. I wanna ask you every single question. My mind's piled up since you taught it to think. I wanna take you out to open mic night, sing you this song while you sit there and drink. Laura Beth, you relieve when I breathe. I'm aware of Some of my favorite songs to sing are way outside my range. Peyton Davis, Matt and Lacey, Derek and Lindsay, Tim and Justin, John and Elizabeth, Laura, Beth and me, taking turns who plays the rhythm and who sings the melody. Some of my favorite songs have unexpected harmony. There was your brother and your sister and your father and your mom. You burst on the scene one day like a nuclear bomb, turning shadows into siding, blowing away that picket fence. Some of my favorite songs have parts that don't even make sense. When the passages are narrowing and the movements never end, you keep counting in for backup, but the band never kicks in. Oh, and nothing looks familiar on that path laid out before us. Some of my favorite songs don't even bother with a chorus. No, some of my favorite songs don't make a sound when they fall down in the forest. If it would be okay, I'll play you one more song. Thanks for hanging out with me. I very much appreciate your listening to these songs. Yeah. Well, I love this part of town. It's got a certain kind of charm. It reminds me of my childhood while growing up on the farm. And by farm I just mean parking lots that only sprouted shopping malls, where local stations left out Left Eye's verse when they played Waterfalls, where operators tried to talk you out of placing long distance calls. I took everything that taught me and I packed it in my car, alongside my naivete, my suitcase and guitar. I couldn't tell if they connected to the words or melody. I couldn't tell if they were listening or even in the room with me, but I can tell you they got their money's worth, at least at all the shows I played for free. But I don't look down and I don't look times before. I'm standing in an ancient forest that was never touched by man. I see a mighty tree still lying there where no one heard it land. And I applaud its effort with the clapping of one hand. And the sound we make, or that we may not make, it's like the sound of the world's best band. Thanks, good night.